They never announced themselves with thunder. The four riders of the apocalypse came silently, not as destroyers but as sculptors, shaping humanity with gentle, relentless hands. Their work was not in catastrophe but in whispers, in the small choices that built civilizations. Together, these architects don't end the world, they make it possible. Like primary colors mixing on a palette, they create every shade of human experience. Their prophecy was never about destruction, but about revelation, showing us not how we will end, but how we have always been. Conquest, the Dream Merchant. Conquest never carried a bow. Instead, it dealt in possibilities. The spark in a child's eye seeing distant mountains, the trembling hand drawing maps of unconquered seas. It lived in the space between what is and what could be, selling dreams like sweet poison. Every human achievement bears its fingerprints, not in violence, but in the endless human drive to reach, for stars, for knowledge, for tomorrow. The pyramids rose not from whips, but from this whispered promise: you can become more than you are. Cities sprawled not from greed, but from hope. Even love became conquest, the desire to know another soul completely, to map its territories, to plant flags in hearts. War, the harmony of discord. War walks not in armor, but in silk. Its true face is not conflict, but division. The subtle art of drawing lines, between yours and mine, between us and them, between right and wrong. It teaches us to see differences before similarities, to build walls before bridges. Its masterpiece is not the battlefield, but the border, those invisible lines that turn neighbors into strangers. War lives in the raised eyebrow at a foreign accent, in the locked door at night, in the parent warning a child. Those people are not like us. Peace becomes not an achievement, but a performance, a holding of breath between inevitable storms. Famine, the keeper of worth. Famine wears a banker's suit. Its domain is not empty plates, but empty hearts, the cosmic mathematics of never enough. It teaches that worth must be measured, that love is finite, that time is always running out. Under its guidance, we learn to count everything: hours, calories, likes, friends, money in the bank, years left to live. We became accountants of existence, always calculating our remaining balance of happiness. Abundance became not a celebration, but a threat. Because if there is enough for everyone, how do we measure our worth? Death, the memory keeper. Death is not an ending, but a lens, the dark glass through which all life gains color. It is not the absence of time, but its guardian, making each moment precious by making it brief. Without death, would a sunset move us? Would a child's laughter catch in our throat? Would love feel urgent and necessary? It gifts us not with finality, but with meaning. Each goodbye becomes a lesson in value. Each loss teaches us what matters. Death is not the opposite of life, but its editor, cutting away the unnecessary until only the essential remains. For perhaps the true apocalypse is not an ending, but an awakening, a moment when we finally see the hands that have always held our reins and decide whether to stay in the saddle or learn to walk on our own.